Hello and welcome back to another fine episode of a Let's Play of me and Tip Ghostbusting. Of course, I have Tip with me here today.
Yep. Couldn't make it last week. I was hacking up along.
And of course, me, Pat. And we have more Ghostbusters and hopefully non-prom related stories. We'll see what happened.
Oh, Pat, you told a prom-related story last week?
Yeah, I told the one about how I tore my contact and I tried, and remember I was in charge of the honor guard that time?
Yes.
And it was just a horrible mistake.
Well, you know,
I'm in.
we're not allowed to talk about prom anymore. We're adults.
I wasn't talking about a good prom experience. I was talking about my prom experience, which always seems to have one or two things going wrong.
I understand. I went to prom
We'll have to clear a path
3 years. Once with the honor guard, and the other 2 years as a participant.
As a participant. We should probably clarify what we mean by honor guard. There's actually a high school JROTC group, subdivision of the group, called the honor guard, where we basically present the court for like homecoming or for prom or whatever, and that's how we started going to prom. It's actually pretty cool because you could say that honor guard's the only group of people that actually goes to prom every single year.
Yeah.
Outside of the seniors or whatever.
Well, yeah. And I think one time I took your cousin to prom.
I think you took it to military ball.
I don't remember what it was. I just remembered I really liked her, and I was too much of a chicken shit to call her.
Aww.
She lived right around the corner from me too.
It's okay. I think you guys would have had differing, I don't know, thoughts on life, so it kind of worked out.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just, you know, people talk about high school and stuff like that.
You know what just occurred to me?
Oh.
We started this by saying, okay, we're absolutely not going to talk about prom.
Oh, well,
That's
we
fine.
can talk about homecoming. The time I stabbed myself in the leg at homecoming.
Are you kidding? When did that happen?
Oh man, what grade was I in?
See, I love this. There's more stories about Tip I don't know about.
You were actually there. It was an honor guard. You were playing in the band. That's why you don't remember.
Ah.
So we were doing the presenting of the court during the halftime show of the football game.
Uh-huh.
I want to say it was junior year. Yes, it was junior year.
So I was a sophomore, more or less.
Was it junior year?
It's all good. Time.
Long story short, you have to, we did the spinning of the swords and everything, and I just made a hand movement and realized no one can see what I'm doing.
Oh boy.
But, I was bringing the sword back down, the saber, and, instead of it going into the scabbard,
Oh.
I put it into my leg.
Oh, are you kidding? Okay, now I think I'm starting to recall this.
Yeah, and I just like popped it out and put it real fast and walked off, and then I was sitting there and everyone saying how good a job we were doing. It's like, I need to buy new pants.
You know what? I do remember this because I remember that the next day our Army instructor was using you as an example of first aid or of safety.
Yep. Yeah. And it was just like, I finished the job. I guess you could say I was committed.
Hey, that's pretty good. Yeah, you didn't flinch or nothing.
Yeah.
From our point of view, it's probably like, oh, Tip missed the scabbard, so oh well.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
And then get back there, it's like, hey, I think I need a stitch.
Oh, yuck. Well, like everybody had those problems with honor guard. I think I dropped my sword one time, which is a big no-no.
Yeah.
Or saber, I should say. And then my brother actually he nicked the chin of the former honor guard or co-commander or something like that.
No, the senior army instructor.
Was it him or I thought it was? I don't want to name drop here, but remember Zorn?
It may have been.
And I think Johnny was doing a name drop, and I'm like, oh, by the way, my brother's name. But I remember that because you have to do this thing where you twirl your saber and it goes behind you, in front of you, and all.
Yes, and it was when that weird guy with the hot sister was the commander of the honor guard.
Who?
Oh, not his name. Oh man, can't drop names.
How about we just call him Chris?
A game we played when I was in
I think that might have been the guy's name.
Okay, well, let's just call him.
And Brandon and I both thought his little sister was really hot.
Which, by the way, this was in context. We were all in high school. This isn't a horrible thing.
Yeah.
And then what? Somebody nicked her too?
No, I remember the commander and his sister comes to mind.
Ah, okay.
I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to it, how the mind works.
For the people who are watching this and may not know, me and Tip originated from a podcast called The Jackass Express, which is available on iTunes, by the way. And basically we've known those guys for a very, very long time, and I think the biggest.
Well, we can put this in context. I've known Johnny and Pat. I don't know why I keep referring to Johnny. I've known Pat since we were in 3rd and 2nd grade, respectively.
There you go.
And I'm 31 now.
And I am about to be 30. So does that make you feel old, Tip?
Yes, it does. Now that I'm actually thinking about it.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have always been there. You guys have been my brothers. But, like, realizing that I've known you guys more than half my life.
But you sound kind of sad about that. I mean, it's like, oh man, I've known these guys for so long.
Well, you guys kind of ruined me towards making friends.
Well, I mean,
I haven't had to do it since I was in 2nd grade.
we were like, well, Tip belongs to us now, and we'll get Tip in trouble. But no, we had a ton of friends in high school.
Yeah.
Probably too many friends. Well, I don't want to say friends because we had a lot of people that we knew that probably were the victims of a lot of our stupid things that we did.
You know, I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I know that there are people out there that have known people for a long time, and everybody says, "Oh, I have the best group of friends ever." And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look at all those fuckers, and if they're not a part of the group, I'm gonna say, "What the fuck do you know?" I mean, Pat is someone I can call and talk to anytime I want.
Mm-hmm.
We've known each other forever. If I ever run for office and piss him off, he'll be able to throw all the dirt at me. Same goes with his brother and the rest of the guys. And even the, like, auxiliary friends.
The auxiliary friends.
Well, the ones I don't talk to on a regular basis. Like, there's this other girl that Brendan and I both had a thing for. Brandon and I have very similar taste in women. Maybe I shouldn't go to his wedding.
Oh, no.
But there's this other girl in high school.
Go on.
See, you're way ahead of me, and I can't figure out how to get off this floor looking for the fisherman.
Me and Tip are still racing through Ghostbusters, by the way, but since he was sick, he's a day behind, or he's a week behind.
That looks like our ticket.
Yeah.
That tank is leaking gas all over the
But,
That is a
this girl, I
serious
guess we met
I
her
wanted to test these first, but since we're waiving that safety
sophomore
step
year of
today,
high school.
you should be aware that I modified
So
the
it's
protocol
been
which normally releases the particle stream.
15 years?
It's like
17 years? Almost 20 years.
Hmm.
Jesus Christ. But, you know, her and I don't talk every day.
want to stand back.
And for a long time, we didn't talk at all. But she's still like, hey, it's your birthday, let me call you. And say happy birthday, let me check how you're doing, and stuff like that. And it's kind of like, hey, I haven't talked to you in Oh shit!
Oh man, I realize that
Oh,
I have a whole bunch of
Candles are killing me.
money
Sorry.
that I need to spend.
Yeah, that's what I realize every day I get paid.
Shut up. Anyway,
But
it's true,
it's
people.
just
It's true.
I have the best friends that anyone could ever ask for, and maybe that's why I don't make friends now, because I think to myself, well, why do I need to make more? I got the best ones ever.
Oh, that's very nice of you. But I feel bad, Tip, because I mean, you're like, well, not bad, but I mean, you're always you'll run from one city to another city in the state of Texas, which is the biggest city, and the
Biggest state.
Biggest. Okay, yeah, well, biggest state. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit full of rum here, Tip, please. And
I'm drinking fruit punch, Tropicana.
oh well, you know, I know what would make that fruit punch just more amazing.
Rum.
Exactly. Don't listen to us, folks. He's only kidding. Anyway, but yeah, you're usually like the first one to jump in your car and drive across state if somebody has a problem. And so I feel bad. As
Nicely
Tip's
done.
always
Great job, kid.
able to save the day whenever
Possible.
there's a
It's the future.
whenever there's an issue going on.
Egon, once
whatever.
again on the
Well, you know, you do that for family,
Aw,
It's a prototype, Peter.
this is very
and
nice.
From you about getting too many
I'm gonna start playing
My-
some like Full House music here in the background.
We mounted a high expansion rapid cycle multiple.
I'm kind of excited to watch Fuller House.
Did you see the skit with Jimmy Fallon as Donald Trump?
Yes.
I wonder how pissed off they are to have to be repeating the same scene over and over again for I don't know how many years.
I don't know. But I do have a question. You said Donald Trump, and it made me think, hey, he hates Mexico.
Oh God, of course, yes, okay.
And today the Pope was right across the border from you. How did that go?
That's true. That's true. Yeah, we had Pope Francis visit our. It's actually today, the day that we're recording this.
Yeah.
And he went over there to do a mass and all that. And I kid you not, El Paso is a very, very big Catholic, based community.
Yeah.
And driving to work today was almost like a ghost town because everybody was over in Juarez. And they were visiting the Pope and all that stuff, and it was pretty cool. We saw it on a live stream on the television, and it was.
I've only asked because I was supposed to get deliveries today, and stuff is still stuck on the border.
Oh.
Like it never made it over. So I was getting yelled at, and I was like, "Hey, go talk to the leader of the Catholic world, because it's not my fault." But I checked the El Paso website, KVIA and stuff like that, news, to see maybe they got something on what's going on, and all the schools are closed, and I was like, wow.
Somebody needs to go.
They don't close for President's Day, but
I thought they used to, but no, it was a really big stinking deal because there was over 500,000 people that were estimated to come to El Paso so they could go over to Juarez to see the Pope.
yeah.
And the reason why they're in El Paso is because the reputation for Juarez, and I'm not saying one way or the other, isn't it's not as safe over there. It's not as consumer friendly. So most people stay.
They've had 300 murders last year, and they're happy about that because it's improved.
Tip, please. We're trying to gain tourism. Yeah. But yeah, and so most people will just stay at the hotels in El Paso, and they would just cross the border over to Mexico. As long as they have a passport, they can come and go every day, no problem.
Yeah.
That's kind of one of the unique things about El Paso is that you have people who actually cross the border daily to go to work, and then when they go
or school, growing up, that's one of those things where it's hey,
The stains don't ever come out.
so and so. I'm just gonna say Albert. That's just a name that pops into my head. I'm not talking about anyone in particular because I know we have a hard time name dropping. Candelabras. Sorry. But where it's Albert, you go to school with him every day. Hey, guess what? He's coming from another country every day to go to school with you.
That's right.
And a lot of people in this country, I think a lot of people in a lot of countries don't have that experience.
Peter, you better take her.
And I think it makes us unique.
Take out one bump.
Yeah.
It gives us an experience that, other people don't have. So.
Well, I mean, and it was never a problem. That was the thing.
Yeah.
It was never a problem. It was like, okay, well, we have our friends that we know every single day, and people would cross the border. This sounds like a open the borders ad. Gotta be real careful. But it's basically a city that would drive Donald Trump nuts because every day there's people that just come on by, but legally, and they have their passports and all that fun stuff. And
yeah, they come to work or, for education or something, and they live in Mexico. They just come to do stuff here.
And it sounds like oh, well, that's really great for them. Well, no, the door kind of swings both ways, and a lot of people from El Paso, especially when Tip and I were a lot younger, now that we're old, people would go over to Juarez all the time, and they would underage drink and party all night.
Yeah, and there are people that lived in the States that worked in Mexico, and, for whatever reason, everyone gives Mexico this huge bad rap. But some people choose to live there.
Yeah.
And just like some people choose to live here. Right. It's fishermen.
It's just about where you can do your best. You can help people out.
And that's probably the least controversial thing anyone will ever hear me say.
It's true. Well, I was listening to this one Let's Play with Pat and Tip from Why Did Ask For, and they were saying going to Mexico is a lot of fun, so I'm going to go. Please don't take that away from this.
Yeah.
Please do your homework. Please come to El Paso with high expectations. The one
Actually,
thing that...
let's lower the expectations so they keep coming back.
Well, I mean, we got good food here. You gotta admit.
Oh, yeah, best food in the world.
Yeah.
Best food, most beautiful women in the world.
True. Very true. That's why I got married here. Beautiful women.
Yeah.
But, also, I feel like people tend to give El Paso a bad rap, and they don't even really know anything about it. I know that when Notre Dame came, and I forget who it was some other team they were playing. Because we have this annual... USC, yeah. We have this annual tradition where we play a Sun Bowl game, and it's the second oldest bowl game in the nation.
Yep.
And it's really freaking awesome, and usually whenever the teams come here for the bowl games, we treat them like, kings, give them free stuff and make sure they're all nice and comfy and all that. But
just so the NCAA knows, this is all within the parameters of the rules you set up for bowl games.
Oh yeah, this is just hospitality. We're not giving them free stuff for the heck of it. It's just that's who we are. We're a very hospitable people.
Yeah.
And
It's hard to miss.
well, I know that I don't know if it was. I don't want to say who I think it was because I don't want to create a problem. But one of the two participating teams said that
it was USC. They were saying they were ashamed of it.
Were they?
And
I don't know.
It wasn't even the whole team. It was like a defensive player or something like that because they were gonna win the Pac-12 or Pac-10 at that time. I forget.
Yeah.
And they didn't. I forget what the whole story was, but they were saying how disappointed they were to be going where they're going.
Yeah.
And
but I mean, that made no sense because El Paso was ranked like the safest city in the nation, I think, at that point.
And it wasn't the hit place to go. It wasn't where they wanted to go.
Yeah.
And
fortunately, the Ghostbusters have arrived,
slammed
back to normal.
But they made a fool of themselves.
They really did.
Not because I love the city where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're invited for something like that,
all right, sport.
you don't have to go to the postseason because you get so many wins. It's not a playoff.
Yeah.
It's an invitation. So, my city invited this team, and because it wasn't where he wanted to go, he's like, oh, that's stupid. And
Jeez. Sorry, Stay Puft just knocked me down.
yeah, it's incredibly rude. And they, I don't remember. Yeah, they did lose because right after that, the year after is when Notre Dame went to play in the national championship and got their asses handed to them.
It's true.
Hit him with bullseye.
Well, I mean, it was just, I don't know, it was like, the thing is, you have to do the research on the town before you travel anywhere. Don't
Yeah.
just assume everything you hear on the news, because then you'll miss out on a really great experience.
Yeah.
And if you're in El Paso,
you know,
Tip will drive down here and he'll take you to lunch.
yeah, I'll take you to lunch.
It'll be great.
Here he comes.
We'll go to Kiki's.
There you go.
Stick
Get some
close to the
cheesesteak,
unit as far
queso
away from
steak.
him as you
Yes.
can.
Yeah.
We are not endorsed
Man.
by Kiki's.
We should be.
Oh, Stay Puft is gonna knock me down. Oh, I died.
Bankman.
Tip, I died.
Distract him.
I'm still trying to fight the fisherman in the hotel.
Bankman